Hustle harder. That's what's on my shirt today, guys. And that's what I want for us to hustle harder. Because I have someone who's really inspiring me to hustle harder. That's my daughter, Julie, my videographer of the day. Hey, my boo.
Hey, guys.
So thank you. You are my inspiration. So this morning I had a little conversation with you. And I said to you that I had a weak thought. And I don't want to go back to thinking these weak thoughts. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to run 5 miles just because I had that weak thought. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, personality here.
You just asked a yes or no question.
So you said instead of doing a 5-mile run, Mom, why don't you do a
5K run.
And I said,
No, I'm gonna do a 5-miler run because of
Right.
David Goggins.
right. I said, David Goggins said when he has these weak thoughts, he challenges himself. So this is what your mom's gonna do. I'm not going for any 5K, which is only 3 miles. I'm going for a 5-mile run to tell myself you're not gonna be having these weak thoughts. So I went out on a 5K run, not 5K, that 5-miler run, Julie. Oh my goodness. You know, you always say when I go out on these 5K runs, that I learned so much wisdom from Coach Bennett. And the very issue that weak thought was coming from was about me learning patience. And so when Coach Bennett started talking about patience, Julie, your mom just stopped and say, oh my goodness, God, what are you doing here with me? And that's been my lesson lately, guys. God is teaching me some hard lessons, and patience is one of them. With this whole corona situation, my husband's in Nigeria with my sons. I'm here in America with my daughters, and my brother Kevin saying, Nick, the only thing you can do right now is be patient. So I'll be calling back and forth, Kevin, this is a tough lesson, patience. I don't want to learn this patience. This is a hard one. And so for me to be having this weak thought today and reminding myself that I need to be patient, and I go out on that run, and Coach Bennett just says about being patient with the run. Of all the runs that I could have picked today, right, Julie? I could have done a 7-minute run or a 15-minute run or something, or I could have done a 10K or whatever. And I chose that 5K just to get that message from
5
God.
miles.
The 5-mile, right? And that was just a special message from God to your mama here, that I gotta be patient. And Coach Bennett used another word for patient. He used a synonym for patience, tolerance. And he said there's a lot of things we're gonna have to tolerate. And that's like putting up with some behaviors that we may not like. And that's where your mama is right now, learning this difficult lesson from God. So I stopped in the middle of that run, Jules, to have an appointment with God and say, God, what is this? And I go to my email and I looked up that word tolerance, or I can't remember exactly, tolerate. And it was an old message from last year that I got that lesson from Coach Bennett again. Remember I used to run up and down the steps of the house?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a year ago, and I'm still learning about tolerance and patience. And these are some tough lessons that God is teaching me so I can teach you guys. And stopping in the middle of that run to read about tolerance was a message about how being patient is a form of love, being tolerant is a form of love. And that's where God is calling us, guys, to be more loving, be more patient, be more forgiving, be more merciful with other people and ourselves. So that was the huge lesson today for me and for everybody, especially in our homes, guys. We're going to tolerate and we're going to put up with some stuff we don't like, but no problem. We're going to do it for God's glory, for God's sake, and say, God, I'm doing this for you. So Julie, thank you. So I called her after that run. And I said, Julie, I learned the lesson that God would have for me with this run. Do I have to continue this 5-mile run? And what did you say?
Yes.
She pushed me to finish it. finish it. And honestly, Jules, I'm so happy. And so on the way back, Coach Bennett asked us for 200 meters. He said, think of somebody who inspires you. And you know who I thought of, Julie?
Who?
I'm looking at her. For 200 meters, I thought about my daughter, Julie. And I said, God, thank you for her.
Only 200 meters?
No, he was just asking different
just
questions
kidding.
for 200 meters. Because you really inspired me, like this Harvard course that you're doing. For 10th grade, I'll be doing this Harvard course. You know, you're really hustling. And I just wanted you to know whether you fail or pass this class, you're already my winner. Because you inspire your mom to be better. So thank you for showing up as you every day and your kindness and your faithfulness. Just wanted you to know that Mama sees it. I enjoyed our lunch together yesterday. So we're not afraid of failure. She even had a God wink because she was worried about failing this Harvard course. I hope you don't mind me talking about it. It's too late now. So you had your own little God wink today. What did he say to you about failure?
We have to fail for us to improve. We have to look at our mistakes for us to improve, and we have to practice failing sometimes.
Yeah. So your mom's been failing a lot. But no problem. Every time I get up, God picks me up. I just watched an interview with Justin Bieber, Julie. You know his album, I've always been talking about it, how it's like a message from God to me, right? It's from him. Like he wrote this album that's just God speaking to me and me speaking to God. And come to find out, Julie, like Justin Bieber is following Jesus. And he said it was because of somebody's example to say it's not about just believing that Jesus died for us. It's about being obedient to him and being the people that he's calling us to be. So right now, that's the person God is calling your mama to be patient and be tolerant. And I say, no problem, God. I just sent your dad that video that I was playing when I was getting ready. Stuck with You with Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. That I'm stuck with him and he's stuck with me. So throw away the key. And I think that's the message that God wants for us and our family. That we stick with each other and we're loyal and we're faithful to the end. So we could raise super fierce kids like you. And Ember and Julie and Joshie. Emmy, Duro. Okay, all for God's glory. Love you guys.